Hello and welcome to today's video. So in this one, we've got an unboxing and wow, I'm unfit because I just strained myself picking this box up. So we have the 15-inch Razer Blade from 2020 and this is shipping with the i7 and the Nvidia 1660 Ti. So let's pop this bad boy open and see what it's like. So today's video is really just unboxing it, kind of getting a bit of hands-on with it and our first impressions. We are going to be doing a review of it, so if you've got any questions or anything you want us to test out, then by all means let us know in the comments and we'll make sure we do that for the full review. We're also going to have like this versus MacBook showdown as well, because obviously I'm a MacBook user, Liam's a MacBook user, and then for our gaming we use Windows PCs, but we don't have like a Windows laptop. Oh my god, Windows laptop. I thought that was going to be a whole box and I just almost dropped some accessories. Now this was an absolute steal on Prime Day, so it was down to £800 from like 1200, so it's a really, really good value proposition, and that's kind of the angle we're going to be approaching this as, is the Razer Blade sort of value proposition gaming, and we're going to see whether or not it kind of adds up to that. So we have our Razer Blade box, very cool actually, I like that. It's a really nice texture finish on it. So kind of just to quickly go over the spec before we bump into this, it's been sat downstairs all day and I've had to wait until I could come upstairs to actually unbox it, and it's been absolutely killing me. This is the i7 model, it's a 10th generation 6-core processor. Like I said, it's got the Nvidia 1660 Ti, so a pretty capable little gaming machine. It's just the standard 1080, 120Hz refresh display, so really looking forward to seeing that kind of silky smooth motion. And like 15-inch, 256 gig hard drive inside of this, and it can be expanded as well, so they have an empty SSD slot, so if you want to expand the memory you can do. 16 gig of RAM comes equipped in this model, but again you can expand that, it's user expandable up to 64 gigs. So all in all, a really, really good package to start off with for just £800. Let's see what's in here. I'm guessing charging block and stuff. Okay, so that's a substantial charging brick. Let's just put this down here for now. Ah. Yeah, so it is a beastie charger. Believe it, yeah, 180 watt charger. So obviously couldn't quite handle all of that over the USB-C connector, but you can top it up using that USB-C connector, which again handy if you've got a lot of those cables kicking around. Pop that aside and let's get on to the main event. Here it is, right, let's pop that down nicely. I really do like this box actually, it's going to be the wrong way around, it's going to reveal for you guys rather than me. Oh, there it is, hello. Okay, let's turn it around, I want to see. Okay, so go green with Razer. Razer's commitment to sustainability. I like that. It's nice to see more companies kind of going towards that sustainability, that eco, and I guess, you know, not burning the planet we live on and all that, but let's not get political today. Right, first up, let's pop this open. Ooh. Yeah, so it feels hefty. Straight away, right out of the box there. It feels relatively weighty. Let's just pop that down, see what we get in there. So instructions, a couple of stickers as well. Seems to be the norm these days. You get a lot of stickers with things. I guess people are becoming more fans of different products and companies, so therefore they like to, I guess, represent, if that's that's what you kids are calling it this day and age. Oh, here we go. So let's do a quick peel and try not to drop it. Ooh, makes a lot of satisfying sounds. One thing I have always liked about Razer laptops is just that build quality. You see so many gaming laptops, and although they've got great spec, they can often be had for cheaper than Razer products, although in this case absolutely not. You know, they always are very plasticky or bulky, and they scream gamer. This, straight out of the box, obviously it's black metal, it feels fantastic. It does kind of scream a little bit gamer on the top there with that Razer logo, but apart from that, looks fantastic. I can already say, fingerprint magnet, you know, you'll be able to pick that up on the overhead camera there, but it's not too bad. Now, before we pop open the screen, compared to the Mac, you know, we'll go into a deeper dive of this versus something like the MacBook Pro 16-inch that I use personally, but I/O is miles ahead. You have the USB-C port, so which you normally find on your Macs, but then full-size USB-A, full-size HDMI as well, which is just so handy. So if you wanted to use this on the go, you can do, and you can do some gaming, and then you can plug it into your TV without having to get an adapter or a dock. So I just wish that still existed on Macs. On the side, you've got your barrel connector for charging, another USB Type A, and another USB Type C. There's two USB Type Cs. Headphone jack as well. One of the great things about this is it supports Thunderbolt, so you are not just limited to that NVIDIA 1660 Ti. You could get an external GPU and then use a more beefy graphics card. So for example, you could have this on the go or around the house for just some, I guess, lighter gaming or some pretty capable gaming, and then dock it when you get home on a larger monitor or a TV, using your GPU to get more power out of it. On the bottom, you have these vents here with your fans, so that's going to help with airflow. And these kind of long rubbery bits, which is quite handy again for just giving a bit of grip when it's on a table. It means it's not going to slide all over. And my God, look at that sweaty handprint on. That is outrageous. Some more fans on the back for airflow, or maybe not necessarily fans, but vents at least. And now let's pop this open. Let's go for the old one-handed. So there's a lip just on here, and that pops open nicely. Got a little bit of kind of fabric to protect it. Here we go, so GTX 1660 Ti, 10th gen Intel Core i7, 6 cores, 12 threads, up to 5 gigahertz. Obviously it's gonna probably start to throttle once it gets too hot. That 1660 Ti is 6 GB of VRAM as well, if you are wondering. And here it is, the main event. So again, that looks good. Feels robust, you know, kind of just pushing around on it. There's a little bit of deck flex, you know, compared to like my MacBook, but actually that feels good. Very large and solid trackpad as well. That's something else that I really like about the Razers. They've got a decent layout and keys. You know, very scientific test there, just, you know, typing away whilst it's turned off. But again, there's a decent amount of depth on those and a decent amount of travel actually. Good click. Like I said, the deck flex is good. It doesn't kind of move too much underhand. Nice layout, like it so far. So let's power it on and have a look. So I assume power button. I think it's power button and a fingerprint button integrated into this. So hopefully we have some charge, because otherwise this is going to be a pause moment. Okay, yeah, so it appears we have 0 battery out of the box, which is very disappointing. I will get this charged up and I will be back. So just give us a moment. Okay, so we have some battery. It is all powered on at the moment and all set up and ready to go. And I've got to say, I really like it. So one of the first things about this keyboard is it does have that RGB lighting. So if you are a fan of that, it has it. Now, it's not perky RGB lighting, so you can't go adding, you know, the rainbow to the entire thing. But at the moment, it's kind of set to be doing this slow pulsing thing, so it's just shifting through all the different colors. But you can go into the Razer sign-up software and you can change all that up. You can have it at different colors if you want it to, and just change how frequently that changes. It's just a nice little effect and kind of something that's come to be expected, especially from like your Razer laptops. The screen itself, I really like. Now, one of the things that this model comes with is a 1080 panel, so it's not the, you know, the Quad HD or even the 4K one, but it does come in those configurations. So if you're somebody who wants the better quality of screen, you can pay more to get that. But like we said at the beginning, this is all about getting that value gaming laptop for £800 to see how that compares to some of the other things in this price bracket, or even above that price bracket. Now, even though it's just a 1080 panel, it looks really clear and crisp so far, just kind of zipping around bits on here and just using the settings, the user interface. That 120 hertz, it all looks so smooth and beautiful. One thing that I will say straight out of the box, I really like this matte display. Now, I'm used to the 16-inch MacBook Pro, and that has a very, very glossy screen. You know, in certain lights, like right now I've got the studio lights kind of beaming from all different directions, which is kind of why I'm a bit of a sweaty mess at the moment. It's really hard to see sometimes on this. Even though it's a nice bright display on the MacBook, it's sometimes very reflective. On this, so the Razer Blade isn't quite as bright as something like the MacBook, but because it has this matte, non-reflective screen, it's really easy just to look at and use. So I really like that. It's a very nice screen. Like I said, it's very smooth, very responsive, looks good for a 1080 panel, bright enough to do everything I need to, and because it's non-reflective, it's really easy to see. Now it is a little bit loud at the moment, the fans have spun on, but that's because it's doing all its Windows updates and it's doing all the Razer updates as well, so I will forgive it at this stage. But overall, first impressions are very positive. For £800, this feels like an absolute bargain, and like I said, we will be doing a full review of this, and we'll also be comparing it to other things like the MacBook Pro 16-inch and also Liam's M1 MacBook, just to see how it compares to those sort of things, especially as I guess, a pretty premium looking and feeling laptop that can also do a decent bit of gaming as well. So any questions you have about this device, throw them in the comments below and we'll do our best to kind of answer those in the review as we go forward. First impressions are really, really positive. I like it. Looks and feels great for what it is, and especially at this price point. So yeah, really happy with it so far. Hope you've enjoyed that unboxing video, and if you have, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button because it just helps the channel to grow. And like we said previously, if you've got any questions or anything you want us to do with this thing, make sure you throw them in the comments below and we will do our best to make that happen. In the meantime, I'm going to go and install some games on this and have a bit of fun. So I will be back in the future with some more awesome content. Stay safe and we'll see you soon. Bye.